Good afternoon from down under, everyone. My name is Warhammer. We're going to continue our Let's Play of Rogue Trader, both DLCs included. This is our Iconoclast run, and this should be part 46 if I have my numbers correct. Last we left off, we had recruited um, Mazepin, aka Mazazai. Yes, it's not a misspelling. Don't worry about that. I'm purposely making fun of his name. It's a bit of a community joke, so I'll understand if you don't get it, but it is entirely intentional. Um, but yeah, so we'll get straight into this episode, so don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you've been enjoying the series. Otherwise, we shall begin. Um, so what I'll do is I'll quickly sort out his gear. I believe that one just means he's so much better for that one. Um, what do we got here? Um, trying to remember what weapons is actually his preferred. Um, we'll do his level up first, and they can figure out the other things, I suppose. In terms of weapons. Pretty sure it's supposed to be like dual wield. Alright, meanwhile, put that on them for now. Yeah, there's not much in terms of the options, we just give them that. Um, that increased by rating. That's, might as well put that on. Might as well put that on. These ones. That on for now. I don't think we have his proper cloak yet. It's the Swiss Shroud. Alright, what do we got? No, 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 no. Very quickly, you out. Where is it? The sharpshooter ones. You're supposed to have them. Fencing boots are certainly an option for you. I don't think any of the other potential ones are here yet, so fine. Yeah, that'll have to do as temporary equipment for now. Now sorting out his levels. We want Killing Edge, Mantle of Agony, don't do a calculation. Medicaid. Vitality heightens. Toughness. Prey on the weak. And option 3. Eager for battle. Shearing strikes. Athletics. Lethal concentration. Weapon skill. Grenada. Taunting Scream. Athletics. Alright. So we'll continue our conversations with Marzenia and then head out after.
Rogue trader?
What happened to you after? Actually, I want to know what happened after you talked with Kamarag.
You want to know how and to what end I orchestrated all of this? Ask your questions.
Why'd you kidnap me?
When Irimaris ordered us to lay waste to the monkey settlements, Tazara and I encountered resistance. I have hunted your kin too long not to notice how well you in particular were fending off our attacks. The rout in Tazara's arena, the appearance at the plundered vessel. Your kind are usually powerless against us, but not on that occasion. I began to suspect that you could not have managed it without outside help. Help from our side. I began sending out spies and assassins. My eyes and ears infiltrated your vessel, your cities, and they discovered a trail that led back to one of your worlds. A trail that ended with a burned monkey, the source of the information about where and when my cabal was going to strike. A little trickery to draw you away from the planet. And I had your little informant in my grasp. How the information was reaching his agents, the burned monkey himself did not even know. But based on the units involved and other details, it was clear. No monkey in real space could have gathered such specifics about raid complements and objectives. No, it was inconceivable. The information was being fed to you by my own kind, and I knew who. Irimaris Aziriesh, Archon of the Reaving Tempest, my former mistress. A cowardly bitch who punishes anyone who threatens her grip on power. I knew that to win a war against her, I would need the support of the Reaving Tempest's patron, the Cabal of the Black Heart. So I allied with Nazrake, who presided over the trial. I promised him that Irimaris would be humiliated. I promised him evidence. A lowly monkey that would disgrace Irimaris in the eyes of the Archons. For that performance, I needed you.
You had spies aboard my ship.
Of course. If I'm not mistaken, you met the infiltrator yourself. A Cabalite who left a lava from Tavantius in one of the monkey. Or did you never work out the reason for the treachery during the raid on your ship so long ago now? Then there is no need for me to mention the sleeper agents hidden on your worlds.
What agreement did you make?
Overthrowing an Archon is far from easy, even one who has already tarnished her reputation. Every member of a Cabal has their supporters, and Irimaris is no exception. Nazrake promised me a sham trial in the Obsidian Court with a predetermined outcome. Irimaris should have been convicted and dethroned. I was supposed to take her place and turn the Reaving Tempest into a loyal vassal of the Black Heart. Nazrake was supposed to be the axe that fell on her neck. But it fell on mine instead. It was devious and worthy of praise, but why? A secret pact with Irimaris, or is there another reason? I will tear the answer from his throat along with his final breath. It must be said that Nazrake did not have to try very hard to turn the court against me. Not after the stunt you pulled before the assembled Archons.
The tribunal, what was that about?
Who? I have no idea what you saw in your stupor. The homunculus's creature does not elicit specific images. It muddles your mind, forcing it to paint suitable pictures evoking confusion or fear. Neither Tavantius nor I care about fussy monkey rituals. The lava must have created a suitable environment for you, one in which you would be more willing to answer my questions in the Obsidian Court.
Were you and Tazara doing in my protectorate?
What do any of my kind do in real space? We were reaping. Kamara was clamoring for meat. The Dark City had suffered losses in the latest disjunction. We needed sources of sweet pain to prime its minds and bodies. When the Archon bade my cabal collect the harvest from the region, I did not suspect that it would turn into this game between you and me.
You and you are conspiring together. How did that come about?
Conspiring? No. There was no plot between us. She merely rushed to my bait. At first, I planned to use the one you trusted, the burned monkey with whom we had spent long hours awaiting your arrival. But my cousin was so swift. Afterwards, she tracked down the monkey, killed him, and took the device that he had been using to contact me. I planted the first poisoned seeds in her soul back at our first meeting. I dropped a hint that I knew what had become of her world. I lured her in and left her with you. Time took care of the rest. That and an unpleasant discovery aboard your own ship. I did not ask her to hand you over to me. No, doing that would have made my poor cousin doubt herself even more than she was already. I simply told her where to seek out the traces of her craft world and the answers to her questions. A favor for a kinswoman, nothing more. And then I made ready for your arrival. For the only way she would reach that place was with you.
I cannot believe that Achilles betrayed humanity.
When a monkey is left alone with me and my art of pain, I plunge them into a deep well of suffering from which they will do anything to escape. Your kind have fragile souls. Your convictions and principles are a delusion that lends a mirage of meaning to your lives. Achilles and I had plenty of time alone together before your arrival. When he went out to meet you, he was already mine. I bought his loyalty with a promise to never touch his body or his mind ever again.
But still, what do you know about her craft world?
I know it exists. I know that my cabal found it, helpless and stationary, unable to protect its sons and daughters. I know that Iliad's kin began showing up as prisoners in the Reaving Tempest's spire, where they were fonts of exquisite, delightful pain. I spent too much time beyond the limits of our home to learn more than that. But that was enough to tempt Iliad with false hope.
They have no intentions of helping her.
Why do you say that? I promised to reunite her with her kin. A long-awaited reunion in a torture chamber. I find that very touching. They would have had so much to discuss. But there would have been time for fun as well. We cousins get together so rarely, after all.
Tell the truth now.
We've already had words. I have no reason to conceal the truth now. Iliad has outlived her usefulness to me. Watching her face as she learned the truth was priceless.
What were those creatures with you when you captured me?
Mandrakes. A foul breed that lurks in the bowels of Camorra. Their ability to find paths through the shadows was put to good use. I promised them forbidden trophies from the Reaving Tempest's coffers once I am Archon.
You made a promise to the mandrakes you cannot keep. Aren't you afraid of retribution?
Let them come for what they're owed. They will regret it.
The theft of Raka's son was that your doing?
Did you not hear me when I answered you the first time? I do not like to repeat myself. Then what else do you need?
What happened to you after the trial?
I was handed over to the witch cult to do with as they wished. First, they made me fight the dregs in the arena, and then, once they had had their fill of my debasement, I was granted entry into the blood-stained proselytes.
What do you hope to gain by agreeing to become a proselyte?
The continuation of my existence. When I lost my standing, I became fair game for anyone tempted by the prospect of slaying a disgraced Cabalite, for vengeance or just for the pleasure of the kill. In Camorra, a lone Drukhari is a target. My talents may be prodigious, but I held no illusions about my chances.
You do not find much favour among them?
You cannot hope to understand the intricacies of Camorra and how it is structured. We are all each other's allies and worst enemies here. Towers of strength and duplicitous traitors both. The cults have always been half a step below the cabals in the hierarchy, and the witches relished the chance to abuse someone who once looked down on them. If our conversation is finished...
What? When given the chance to join me, you took it right away. That surprised me.
I had no intention of ending my days playing the role of meat in the arena. And then you blithely offered me an alliance after what I'd done to you. Why?
I require help to escape.
So our interests align. For now.
Tell me about Kamarog.
The Dark City is the bastion of the Drukhari, the most magnificent of all our strongholds. The cabals, witch cults, and the incubi inhabit the place, with swarms of scourges flying overhead and a myriad of misfits and horrors, including the covens of the homunculi wallowing underfoot. Which do you want to know about?
You are Drukhari Cabal, correct?
The cabals are the foundation upon which rests the power of the one who rules Camorra, as Drubile Vect. Whether it is a mob of berserkers or an organized cartel, their essence is the same. An army of killers, ready to ravage entire worlds at the behest of their leaders, or to rip out the throats of a neighboring cabal in a war declared by the Archons.
I wish to know more about the witch cults.
What more do you need to know that you have not already beheld with your own eyes? They are the mistresses of the arenas, and they're the gladiators who feed the audience in their ravenous agony with exquisite spectacles. Cults often travel to real space on the Cabal's raids, to revel in the pain and to capture fresh meat for their arenas.
What about the incubi orders?
The aloof incubi. They dedicate their lives to the art of killing, so much so that they do not plot or chase after delicious torment. All their hatred and longing for suffering are channeled toward perfecting their skill.
Tell me about the scourges.
Winged Drukhari, who have chosen to go through an agonizing process to become such a monstrosity. They escort raiding ships and inflict the first strike on the enemy. In Camorra, these creatures huddled in flocks so that they do not fall victim to the more formidable of their kin.
I'm interested in the homunculi covens.
Artists of the flesh who prefer to hide away in their laboratories and create nightmares from the materials their servants supply. Engines of pain, grotesques, racks, all are the fruits of their subtle craft.
That will do. Any thoughts on how we can escape this place?
On a mountain of bodies, bathing in our enemies' tears and blood. Do not deceive yourself by thinking we will escape this place alive without violence. I, for one, hope that there will be plenty of it. But there is one unfortunate detail. An Arabenian has stepped into your path, one of Kegarak's tribe, who lurk in the tangle of the webway. I've heard them called harlequins in your tongue. The one that appeared in the Obsidian Court is the most dangerous and unpredictable of all. I'm beginning to think that his visit is a sign that the events unfolding around us have not been left to chance. Perhaps they are the result of interference. at the behest of the highest authority.
My companions have made no further attempts to kill you.
They have not, to my deepest regret. Perhaps it is I who should try to show some initiative now.
I should take my leave.
Do not keep me waiting too long. My weapon is tired of languishing in its sheath.
Alrighty. With that, I'm sorry. With that, our conversation should be over. We'll quickly see if, say, you're at Heinrich's even, maybe have something additional to
You
say.
came back from the dark, Elentark?
Yeah, cool. We can just leave then. Alright, No Space Wolf. Marzai gets to come for the remainder of Camarog. As tempting as it is to use Cassia, we're not going to use Cassia for this.
I always have a backup
Drop
plan.
save. I know something is going to come up soon. Interesting. There we go. I decided to wait and get a better look at the prey. I act. Just trying to locate me. Summon companions to its aid. Break into a run. I grab someone's weapon from the ground and start firing at random. The hunt continues. Turn some bystanders against me. Go closer. Demolition. Looks defenseless, so I attack, failing to notice trap is laid out for me. Everything will be over in moments. Swarm of conical attacks aimed at my weak points. Prey grabs me by the throat and lifts me in and out. I want to know why his attempt to kill me. I die. There we go. Hmm. Alrighty. Going to reload very quickly. Because apparently I didn't get something, and I want to know why. The reason why I'm doing it is because technically it's a weapon that's going to be used for Yuet. So I want it, naturally. Act. Awareness. Break into a run. Agility. Coercion. Demolition. It's not giving me the weapon. Weird. Very weird. Whatever. I'm sure there's other weapons I can use then. Yeah, 1 second. Just gonna put in a quick pause. Okay. I think I know why I didn't get the weapon. So, because that was me trying to be fancy. Okay, so we're gonna do it one last time. This time I'm only going to pick actual things. I'm not gonna pick the additional options, which apparently is what's causing me not to get it. So, I act. Awareness. Break into a run. Alright, plus skill. Coercion. Demolition. Medicae. I die. No, apparently that didn't do it either. Alright, whatever.
Let us not dawdle.
Figured that'd do it. I guess not. I mean, it would have been nice, but oh well.
I always keep my options open. I have it there. What the hell?
Alright, weird, it just wasn't showing up for whatever reason. Um... Guess I'll put that one on instead.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
I guess it was just being added into my inventory and I didn't realize it. Probably because I had that in type instead of newest oldest. I have done what you wanted. I do the witches desire my death. You smash me to kill the witches, you tell me you do not anticipate such consequences. I don't care about Kakrios, you promised to help me get out of here. So what's the plan? Don't be such a coward, let us face them and kill them, all of them. Since you intend on fleeing, you may as well release my companions. Found some materials that are suitable for your new monster. That hopefully finished the quest. Yeah, it did. I'll take my leave now. Alright, put that on there. Drop a save.
Didn't flinch. I'm still standing. Just barely.
That's the other worst part is over. I'm taking you away from this place. You're afraid, but it does not mean you can give up. Do not let these emotions consume you. We're not going to shoot her. I'm not interested in listening to you to vent your grievances. Prove that you're still using me, or I shall send you back to the darkness. Now, may I escort you out of here?
Is there money to be made?
Alright, now we loot all the shiny stuff.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Activate the switch. What we got here? Betamite. Don't quite have enough of that yet. Agility and Fellowship.
I always have a backup plan.
Where is it? Alrighty. Um. Okay, it's that sorted there. Um. Alright, now we'll get this sorted. Charge, Endure, Scream, Breakthrough, Reckless Strike, Assassin Staff, Assassin Staff, Assassin Staff, Ability, Assassin Staff, Daring Breach, Dispatch. Alright, let's quickly have a look at his stuff. Power from Pain, gaining Strength, Willpower, temporary for each creature suffering, burn, blah blah blah, which is, you know, nice and all. Shroud and Pain. Shroud of Pain, da da da. Alright. Well, let's go. And then I will. What are we up to? The chasm. Fight off the witches.
Keep your wits about you.
Alright, I will quickly go back to the den. See if there's a conversation I had with Cassia. Sort all that out. Get it all out of the way. Alright, there's this fight first. So we'll quickly sort out this fight.
You will beg for mercy, but I will grant none.
The sound of frightened prey, tantalizing.
Alright. There we go. So we're hoping to try out, actually, over here. Alright, we're gonna hopefully try out this build of Gillette's. And we got our first turn, which is great. So aim for the opening.
I am not your Xenos pet monkey.
Apparently I didn't like that, so
This tedium. No weakness is hidden from my sight.
but you know, that still worked.
I'll see to it, personally. You all fall before my might!
Alright, so
Behold,
pop that. Activate that.
to the euphoria of anguish.
Do that. Stab that.
Perfect killing strike. I will savor your delectable anguish. Kneel before me,
Stab.
Bracing!
Stab.
Is here.
You can see he still hits pretty hard.
I will tear your heart out.
So, you know, stabby stab. Not gonna waste a grenade in this fight. Don't see the need.
It will be done. Reduced to dust.
Enables just destroying people like it's nothing. And Hyrix can do his thing.
Is mine to grant.
I can do that with the right incentive.
And then
I hold
pop
all
that
the
on
cards.
Henrik's.
But of course, look for the throne
Squish.
guides my hand.
And then we have Nocturne. You've helped me more than once already, I'm listening. So Kiko is trying to kill me in the next fire, but you are ready to affect my escape. All I must do is survive the arena. Sorry. Wait for your sign, then run. You cannot possibly mean into a little mouth, so you must mean to go leap into a portal of some kind. Do I have that right? Yeah. Bloody Harkins in there. Fancy riddles. Wait, what do we got here? Don't need a Dark Lance. Don't need that. Don't need that.
I always keep my options open.
Alright, so yeah, we'll go into the pit. See if we can have any final conversations with our party member that we just got, which is Cassia. and then we will head into the arena immediately at the start of the next episode. Also, yes, I am using a mod to do the shearing strike or shearing whatever the hell it's called bug. That way Mazen is working as intended. Just transparency's sake there. So drop save, have a chat with Cassia. Sure, does Ulfa have anything new to say?
Let us raid.
No, cool.
What a relief to be talking to you again. Your soul shines like the gold of the sun in the darkness of this place.
I've been through quite a bit on your account.
And yet, you did not abandon me in the darkness, even though you could have. You did not end my life, even though your heart was in the grip of a coal-black vice, and your reason was enmeshed in a crimson web. You gave me the strength to cast off the shackles that Felix Cunning had closed around my soul, to tear down the prison of my own fears. And I wish to repay you in kind. To cast the fading purple of this place from your shoulders, to break the brown collar that is choking you. That is, of course, if you permit me to.
I accept your care.
This is much better, isn't it?
How are you holding up?
Can words ever describe the joy of being free? As for the rest, don't worry about it. I am the blood of House Orcelio, its heiress, and I will overcome any ordeal to return us to the Expanse.
You know where we are?
Somewhere in the middle of the Dark City, I suppose. They say the human mind cannot fathom the bounds of this place, for the Imperium's largest hives look like grains of sand in comparison. A webway gate built by the ancient Eldari is the only way in. I think you realize as well as I do what that means for us.
Alright, excuse me for a moment, I'll be right back. Okay, so I am back now. I wonder what colours you see around you.
There was only pitch darkness inside the Homunculus' artifact. But there is scarcely any more light in the streets of the Dark City, in whose blue-black haze I am almost blinded by pain. Clumps of brown and dark green blend with the settling ash of misery, all woven together in a tapestry of every shade of darkness.
Sadly enough, that's what you saw a lot of my members about there has turned out to be true.
What do you mean, Lord Captain?
Jay is no princess on the planet of wonders.
An ecclesiarch, one of the wisest, once said that we all play our parts by unfailingly serving the Emperor. Sometimes our parts change, but faith remains. Dubious colors would show up every now and then in things Jai said, but every word she ever spoke of him shone with the bright white of faith.
We have noticed, but we're here because of you.
I am sorry, Lord Captain. I should have glimpsed the earthen hue of treachery that creaked between her teeth. But Xenos colors are so rank. The variety of hues becomes maddening as soon as you rest your gaze on them.
You mentioned not being alone in the darkness of the artifact.
It was real, Lord Captain. I must confess, I have been hounded by eerie strangers for many years. In my dreams, visions, and warp scryings. They try to reach me. They are tormented. They shout something I cannot make out. And one of those strangers, the most frightening one, is a woman who always stands aside and merely looks on in disapproval. Unlike the others, her image manifested itself more clearly each time. The refined features of her elderly face, the long white hair, the empty eye sockets glowing scarlet, and a third eye, the eye of a navigator. Once, in the middle of a warp voyage, the old woman dashed toward me and started strangling me. Praised be his mercy, for I was able to banish her to the fringes of my consciousness at that moment. However, that only angered the old woman. I began to see her ever more often, in shadows, at the edge of my vision, in my own reflection. And it was she, too, who waited for me in the darkness of the homunculus's cage. I know it for certain. Now, you know the last of my secrets, Lord Captain. Do you think I'm going insane?
The old woman resembles you a little too much, don't you think?
I had the same exact thoughts. But is that not a wild conjecture, even for a navigator? Or am I simply going insane, as unworthy scions of my family have?
We shall escape this place soon.
Try not to squander that sky-blue fabric of hope, Lord Captain. For others' colors, too, lighten when they are close to you.
Alrighty. With that, we should be good to go now. Shall we see if Malice has anything he wants to say? Alright. Won't worry about leveling Cassia yet. Alright, she'll head over here.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Then we'll drop save, and we'll put a cut in here, and in the next episode we will happily begin the Gauntlet. So thank you for watching everyone, and I'll see you then.